A vehicle weighing thousands of pounds relies entirely on 4 tiny patches of rubber to maintain its only connection to the earth. The deeply patterned rubber you see is the tread. Its precise function is to provide the mechanical gripping action and traction required to stop your car from sliding, particularly when the road surface turns wet or icy. That mechanical grip has a strict physical limit. The moment a tire's tread wears down to exactly 1/16 of an inch, it officially crosses the threshold into failure. It becomes functionally and legally unsafe to drive on. Manufacturers build a diagnostic tool right into the rubber so you can spot this failure point. If you look closely at the bottom of the tread grooves, you will find intermittently spaced, raised sections of rubber. When the surrounding tread wears down to sit completely even with these indicator bars, the tire is dead. You can verify this yourself with a penny. Insert the coin into the main tread groove with Lincoln's head facing you, upside down. If the rubber is so worn that you can clearly see the top of his head, you need new tires immediately. Delaying a purchase to save cash might seem rational, but driving on bald rubber invites a catastrophic loss of control during an emergency stop. When your tread hits that 1/16 of an inch mark, your car is a multi-ton liability. You are forced into a high-stakes purchasing decision, and you have to get it right. Walking into a tire shop forces you to choose from massive racks of identical-looking black rubber. Without the right data, it is a completely overwhelming consumer experience. The barrier between you and an informed decision is printed right on the side of the rubber. The sidewall is covered in cryptic, standardized alphanumeric codes mandated by federal law to describe the tire's exact characteristics. Many drivers simply look at the most expensive tire on the rack and assume that a premium price tag guarantees maximum safety for their daily commute. Buying the absolute highest-rated tire across every performance metric is a mathematical myth, and it is a massive waste of your capital. Maximizing your return on investment means ignoring brand prestige. You need to decode the sidewall and purchase the exact physical capabilities your specific lifestyle requires. We start with the Uniform Tire Quality Grading System, or UTQGS. The federal government requires manufacturers to grade passenger car tires across 3 specific areas to help consumers make relative comparisons. This chart illustrates tread wear, a tire's relative wear rate. A grade of 400 theoretically wears twice as long as 200. The second metric is traction, graded AA to C, measuring the tire's ability to stop on wet pavement in a shorter distance. But here is the physical trade-off the data exposes. Manufacturing a tire that lasts for years requires a harder rubber compound. That hard rubber inherently sacrifices the elite, high-speed grip required to achieve an AA traction rating. You rarely get both. The final grade is temperature, rated A, B, or C. This indicates a tire's ability to resist heat buildup during sustained high-speed driving. Low heat resistance has severe physical consequences. Sustained high temperatures cause the rubber to deteriorate rapidly, ultimately resulting in dangerous tread separation or a blowout at highway speeds. Keep in mind, these federal ratings are guidelines, not safety guarantees. Their accuracy is easily overridden by your personal driving style, the quality of your local roads, and your maintenance habits. Blindly chasing the highest possible grades in all 3 UTQGS categories ignores the rigid physical reality. You have to choose where you want to compromise on the scale between long-lasting hard rubber and fast-wearing performance grip. Next, we move past the rubber compound and look at the fundamental geometry of the tire. The sidewall features a sequence of numbers that define the tire's exact physical dimensions. Look at this cross-section of a tire and wheel rim. It visualizes the aspect ratio, the 2-digit number giving the tire's ratio of height to width. A low aspect ratio, usually a number of 70 or lower, indicates a shorter sidewall. The engineering benefit of a short sidewall is a massive improvement in steering response and overall handling on dry pavement. The hidden penalty of that short sidewall is a loss of comfort. Less rubber between the rim and the road means less material to absorb shock, guaranteeing a stiffer, harsher ride over bumps and potholes. At the end of that size code, you will find a letter, like S, T, V, W, or Y. This is the speed rating. It denotes the maximum speed at which the tire is designed to be driven for extended periods. The upper limits of these ratings are extreme. Tires stamped with a V, W, or Y rating are engineered to withstand sustained speeds from 149 to over 186 miles per hour. Paying a premium for elite speed ratings or low aspect ratios on a standard daily commuter vehicle makes very little sense. You are heavily overinvesting in capabilities you will never legally or practically use. Before you look at speed or size, you have to look at the very first letters in the sequence. They establish a fundamental structural divide, P versus LT. The letter P stands for passenger. These tires are optimized specifically for standard everyday capabilities, prioritizing a quiet, comfortable ride. Contrast that with the LT designation, which stands for light truck. These tires use thicker, heavier layers of ply material, engineered to maintain structural integrity when hauling heavy cargo or towing trailers. This dual-axis graph charts the strict trade-off of LT construction. LT tires carry distinct load ranges and list specific maximum limits for weight and inflation pressure. As the load capacity shoots up to handle heavy work, your ride comfort and fuel economy plummet. Equipping an SUV or truck with an LT tire when you rarely tow or haul heavy loads carries a severe penalty. The heavy, highly rigid construction will noticeably degrade your gas mileage and make every commute feel stiff and jarring. Mismatching the structural class of the tire to the actual daily purpose of your vehicle drains your wallet and actively ruins your driving experience. Even if you decode the sidewall perfectly, there is a final variable that dictates your tire's survival: post-purchase geometry and maintenance. First is proper balancing. A technician positions precise weights on the wheel to counterbalance heavy spots on the tire and wheel assembly. This prevents violent vibrations and shaking when the tire rotates at speed. Second is wheel alignment. This adjusts the mechanical angles of the wheels so they are positioned perfectly parallel to the vehicle's frame. Proper wheel alignment stops your car from veering to the right or left on a straight level road. Third is tire rotation. Systematically moving the tires from front to back and side to side reduces irregular wear, ensuring the entire set wears down evenly over time. The most carefully selected, expensive tire on the market will fail prematurely if you refuse to invest in the basic alignment and balance required to keep it rolling true. The physical facts of tire engineering confirm one reality: a flawless tire that excels at every single metric does not exist. A successful purchase requires you to identify your specific driver profile and then strictly match the sidewall codes to your daily reality. This matrix breaks down 3 distinct buyer profiles. Profile 1 is the pragmatic commuter. Your goal is maximum return on investment and long-term durability. Commuters should demand the P designation for ride comfort. Target an ultra-high treadwear number of 400 or more, and accept standard aspect ratios along with standard S or T speed ratings to save money at the register. Profile 2 is the performance optimizer. Your goal is sharp handling, fast steering response, and heavy grip over sheer longevity. Optimizers should look for aspect ratios of 70 or lower. Prioritize AA traction grades for wet stopping power and A temperature ratings. You must accept the financial reality that these tires will wear out faster and cost significantly more to replace. Profile 3 is the hauler. Your goal is pure structural integrity for serious utility and towing work. Haulers should never settle for a passenger-rated tire. Demand the LT designation. You must strictly verify the single and dual load limits printed on the sidewall against the required towing numbers in your vehicle's owner manual. A tire is an investment in physics. Decode the sidewall, respect the maintenance schedule, and buy the calculated compromise that keeps your vehicle safely anchored to the road.